Russia versus the West. Down the tubes. Why now? Hello, I'm Vadim Poklopkin. Welcome to the chart of the day. As someone who grew up in the former Soviet Union, for me the latest chapter of Russia's worsening relations with the West feels personal. It brings back memories of the 70 or so years during which the USSR, as Elaine from Seinfeld once put it, had a good run by wreaking havoc and making everybody nervous. It may have been a good run for staunch Soviet ideologues, but for the rest of the world, and for most Soviet citizens, it was anything but. The question you may be asking is, why now? What's behind the timing of rising tensions? The answer starts by understanding that this trend has been many years in the making, 11 years to be exact. In the April 13th issue of our European Short-Term Update, editor and our head of global research, Mireille Gunn, offers subscribers an essay with a very succinct explanation of this timeline. International relations with Russia have deteriorated quickly. Socionomics can tell us why. Back in 2007, Alan Hall of the Socionomics Institute wrote a seminal article titled Sizing Up a Superpower, a Socionomic Study of Russia. His conclusion was that Russia was about to enter a multi-year period of negatively trending social mood with potentially dire consequences. To date, that has been a solid forecast. As his sociometer, Alan used the Russian stock market in nominal terms to anticipate the onset of a negative trend in social mood. Looking at Russia's relative performance also helps explain the past and present. This chart shows the Russian stock market's performance relative to the MSCI World Index. Both indices are translated to US dollars. After the financial crisis of 1998 in Russia, its stock market enjoyed a long period of outperformance versus the rest of the world. Social mood in 2007 was so positive that Russia was awarded the Winter Olympic Games to be held in Sochi in 2014, and President Vladimir Putin was named Time magazine's Person of the Year. Social mood, as measured by stock markets, declined, of course, for most nations in 2008. But this chart shows just how much relative mood has trended negatively for Russia since then, and especially since 2011. A lot of the underperformance has come from the weak ruble, but even if we look at the Russian stock market priced in rubles, it has pretty much gone sideways since 2008 in nominal terms. In relative terms, though, it has plummeted. When your neighbor's mood is trending positively, but yours is staying the same, it's a sign that your relative mood is trending negatively. It comes to no surprise to socionomists that international relations with Russia have come to this. This eye-opening perspective really helps explain the shift in Russia's international affairs over the past few years, doesn't it? Social mood, of course, also drives financial markets. After all, tracking and forecasting investor psychology is the entire basis of the elite wave principle. You can think of social mood as a tide. Once it turns, it's impossible to fight. All you can do is be ready to ride in the direction it takes you. The good news is that its trends unfold in repetitive patterns, which also makes them predictable.